let's do an intro show. Oh my god, a fly is in my drink. Get out of my drink! You bastard! What the hell?
Let me get more drink as well.
But it doesn't know I've started recording.
Why you defly your drink?
I'm going to defly my drink by drinking my drink. Ladies and Jelly Spoons, hello and welcome back to the Jamming Town podcast. That's right, our demise was greatly over-exaggerated. We are back. It is Mirdo over there. It is me here. And it's Jester and Mirdo. We've been away for a while. I basically decided that I didn't want to play Pokemon anymore because I had a baby. Baby is over here. You might hear her during the podcast, so we'll give you a pre-warning on that you might hear baby aggro at some point during the stream. But if I've edited this correctly, I've done very well and got rid of any baby screaming. Mr. Mirdo, it's been about a century since you and I sat down to talk about Pokemon on a, well, actually, even before the stream last week, it'd been a while as well. So,
yeah,
it's been a week, but it's also been a lot longer than a week. How have you been? What have you been up to? What have your results been? And what have you been up to this weekend?
It must have been like 2 or 3 months at this point, hasn't it? Like, and it was definitely pre-baby, absolutely.
Birmingham was the last time I played and probably actually spoke
we
earnest about Pokemon.
Yeah, and that was February, I think.
No, March. Nope, January.
Yeah, January. Yeah,
January.
Yeah, January. Then I went over to England again in February. Yeah, January. So 3 months.
Mirdo went to the UK December, January, and February, which I believe makes him a national citizen now, but he refuses to move over here.
And I'm going again in May.
How exciting!
How exciting! Yeah, it's been a busy couple of months. A lot of stuff has changed, both in both our lives, to be honest. Like, obviously, you kind of went like scorched earth almost with Pokemon. Like, I don't want to play anymore. Then you kind of went back with, I kind of want to look at Champion. Then like Pokopia came out. Then you were like, Pokopia is so awesome. And then you went like to, I kind of want to play Champions and like maybe look at the VGC. And now all of a sudden you're like, TCG looks really good again. So it's not a lot of stuff. And now you're so back.
Let me tell you how bad TCG was on my influence. Like, so I was playing Pokopia, right? And I saw the Pokemon that was available on them. And there was a part of me that went, I could build deck-based houses here. I put Blaziken and Dragapult together.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. I like that.
There's not that many combinations. We could probably talk about that. We could probably rank the deck combinations that exist in Pokopia. We won't do that right now. But we'll,
that's a funny idea, though. We could maybe see what you could build with Pokopia Pokemon only. But yeah, no. So obviously Liam had the baby and did a lot around the house and with their own business and stuff. God, it's been a crazy year for you, hasn't it?
There's a lot I could talk about, but I won't take over the podcast too much.
No. I mean, maybe at like at a different episode, you can maybe go like a 3-month in review. Would I recommend having a baby?
Yeah, we're a month in so far, so find out in 2 months whether I recommend having a baby or not as a Pokemon TCG player.
Is this good for your results, or is this like
my secret to being a nearly day 2 player?
Does this make me a better dad?
I played straight Dragapult. Is that the ultimate key to Pokedad supremacy?
Oh God, help!
We're so back.
How changing diapers had made me better at sleeping my decks. Anyway, yeah, and
my
for
shuffle
me,
method for nappies and bodysuits.
You just have like 6 nappies and then like start like doing this.
The perfect prize map into changing a child. Sorry, but don't talk about your thing. Making myself cry. My own jokes.
Well, what? 3 minutes in? Fucking
yeah.
Welcome back. We're so back. We're so back. No, I think we're both like better. I feel like we're both better off now. Like I don't know. Like obviously you are very exhausted with the child and everything. Like, but I feel like we're both in a better place. Like generally.
The bags under my eyes are basically big enough to carry all my weekly shopping at this stage. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm so glad it's sunny in the UK at the moment because I can wear my sunglasses most of the time. And nobody can see truly how tired I am while I've got control of their big dogs that I'm walking around. It's like, no, I'm perfectly alert and ready to do this. Nearly twisting my ankle because I'm not paying full attention to my surroundings. That's fine. It's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, for me as well, it's been a lot of stuff. Like, after Birmingham, obviously, is the last time you heard from me. So, like, in this form. So, since then, I went to UIC, obviously. Spent more time with my partner who lives in England as well. Went back. No, that was the last time I went to England for now. But yeah, so and then went to UIC. UIC result wise wasn't that great. I It was a very fun journey though, because I went the week early. I went to Sunderland to see my partner. Hi, love you.
Shout out.
And a shout out, and I packed a Poltzart. I had like a coaching session with Jesper Eriksson before. I prepared Poltzart. I packed the deck and a couple of cards extra, and not much more, because I need a lot of clothing for almost 2 weeks and shit. Um, and like I think on the Saturday I arrive, word comes out that a Chen Pao list or two Chen Pao lists made day 2 in Sydney, and then I'm like, oh no, because my initial plan was to just kind of take it easy and play Chen Pao as a send off, and then just kind of chill because all the regionals before didn't go well.
Mhm.
And then I decided against it. It was like, okay, I want to give it a go. I want to like prove myself that I'm good player, whatever the hell. And then that comes out, and I'm just kind of like, okay, can I make this happen somehow?
I can't remember
So
what my reaction was. It was either
yeah.
I think you were flip flopping a lot, and I believe I used the
Mhm.
phrase "either shit or get off the pot." Like, just play the
Yeah,
deck or don't. But like,
yeah,
I think
exactly.
once you'll tell the story in a second, but I think once it was in your possession, especially with like
Mhm.
what happened to
How
get it
we
into your
got that?
possession,
Yeah,
yeah, you had to play it
yeah.
realistically.
I might need you to do some editing and put the picture in as well.
Oh, I can do that. I can
On the
edit.
podcast. So
Maybe.
yeah, so basically I didn't have many cards in there, just the ones I had on the deck and like some extra, like a little extra. So I asked my good friend Marius, who was off work already, if he would be willing to pick up my Chempao core from my house, and he did so. My mom gave it to him, or my dad gave it to him, in a little Ziploc bag, and with a rubber band, the cards with a rubber band, and in a Ziploc bag,
Very cute.
like a school lunch, basically. Um, so yeah, and at that point, when you have a friend that picks that up for you in that way, you can't really don't not play it. So I
Yeah.
decided to go for it.
I think he should have presented it to you in like a children's lunchbox as well. That would have really completed the look, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that was just, I don't know. I did make a pretty big post about it on Twitter as well. Because it definitely was like a weekend of community, a weekend of what's important in life. Like I said, I spent a lot of time with my partner that week, this and that and everything. The list was honestly not that bad. I felt like it had more potential. I think I did like one or two misplays, ran into some rough matchups, but I think it could have done day 2. I think it had definitely potential to win. It's just kind of high rolly, so like you kind of had to just get a bit lucky. But yeah, didn't happen for me. But great couple of days with my boys, with my girls, with everyone. We made a big group picture, which was also just great. I don't know, just it was definitely more about community and everything else. But yeah, I haven't played major since. Ever since I've said, okay, I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the season, because there's so many changes going on in my life, and the season isn't going anywhere. I need to save a little bit of money. We're just gonna take it chill. So I'm not doing Utrecht, I'm not doing Prague, I'm not doing Turin, and I didn't do Civil, and obviously not doing NASC. But we are now recharging. We are getting better, and we're gonna try and attack again for September next season. Hopefully, again, we'll have the Germany regionals early,
I'm
as
hoping
we
so.
did last time. So then I can also gauge how it's going, and then I'll probably try to go for Worlds next year. I think now I'm in a better position to actually give it a good shot and like be better prepared and everything else. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the time brings. Maybe I'll go into judging. I'm not sure. But yeah, I also a month ago I finally got my medication for my ADHD.
Mhm.
So that's been a whole journey as well, which is why I also said, okay, I want to slow down a little bit, because obviously that's a big change in my life. I want to see how that goes. Um,
When Mirdo first messaged me about it, he was talking about it like he was the main character of Limitless. It was very fun.
yeah. Oh, my first day was crazy. First day was weird. Yeah, but yeah, I feel so much better now. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, because I definitely feel like the problem with it is that it's very much like just giving you so much energy. it feels a bit like you're downing like 3 cans of energy. It's almost like the amount of just jolt you get. So like feeling tired and all that stuff and sleeping is a bit weird. Like I don't have sleeping issues as some people can develop, but it's just I just have this weird energy level thing. So that's a bit annoying, but everything else I had basically no side effects, which was really nice. Just at the very beginning, just very minor ones, but nothing major. So that's been really good. I'm mostly just way better at dealing with my ADHD now. Like it's if you're thinking about okay, I might have something like that, I would definitely recommend at least getting assessed, because even talking to an expert who knows about this kind of stuff, and I'm just kind of describing what I've been struggling with, has just really helped me to understand like, oh, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a failure. I'm not stupid. That is just a thing of my mental thing, and I can now be like, okay, I can deal with this now because I understand it. That's definitely helped me a bit, but I still couldn't quite break through. So for me, the best route was medication. And now I definitely feel like, okay, I just couldn't really get there without it. And now I just feel like this weight off my shoulder, because one of the biggest issues I had was almost always like this grandiosity. Like I always wanted to do so many things and do so many great, like the best ever, whatever. And then then just not being able to do anything instead. And now I am just quite happy with what I can get done. And then I can do more because I don't have these moments of, oh, I didn't do a good enough job. I am now sad, and I am now going to go into depression mode for no good reason, and then do less. So I can now finally like just be happy with what I did and then do the next thing, and that is very, very good for my mental health.
It's about enjoying what good thing has happened in the moment, isn't it? Realistically,
yeah, exactly.
One of the things I did a long time ago was like I haven't done this in a long time. In fact, you and I were talking about this on WhatsApp the other day. Like, I truly believe that 2021 was like my best year so far, and that was the year I actually started writing down things on a whiteboard of like all the good things that happened. And Kaya saw this when we first got together and thought it was quite cute. And it's still, I think it's all written down still because we never cleared the whiteboard. I think it's gone up in the loft.
It was up in the kitchen until the kitchen was done.
Yeah, it was up in the kitchen till the kitchen was started getting done. But yeah, it was one of those things. It was good because I've not talked about it too much on podcasts, I suppose, but I've not been formally diagnosed with anything, so I never claimed to have anything. But going through CBT twice, the first time I had CBT, the person that was doing it was like, I think she's a bit more advanced as far as counselling and stuff was concerned, and she said, "Oh, to me, you're suffering from classic signs of like high functioning depression, and a couple of things as well." But she's not like never formally diagnosed, so I never claimed it. So what I started doing was writing down these things. So anytime I felt crap, I would go look at that and go, actually, no, all this good stuff has happened. Like, this is really good. And it was the same with Pokemon as well. Like, I had a really rough season last season where it was just going terribly for me. And just having, like, the stuff from CBT was really helpful. Like, the breathing exercises and stuff like that really helped. But also just, like, being happy with what you've achieved is, like, such a big part of the fight for, like, almost not every mental health issue, but like so many mental health issues. It's just like going, oh, I did this. Like, that's really cool. Not many people have actually done this. Winning League Cups was a big one. Like, I've won 3 League Cups. I don't know people who've been playing the game 10 plus years who've not won a single one. You know, it's stuff like that. It's like, you know, you're a good player. Like, don't sweat the fact that you've not gone further. Your time will come if you keep your time in. And it feels like you've done that with your medication. It's like,
yeah,
it's unlocked something in you. Like, we joked about the Limitless thing, but it kind of, it's not
really, like it's so many simple things. Like, I can just be happy about, oh, I'm also like a very much of a list guy now. Like, I try to do like, oh, this is what I want to get done today, and then I do it, and then maybe stuff gets left over, but that's fine because, you know, I kept like within my range that day. Like, you know, you have good days, you have bad days. That's like just kind of normal.
You still got it written down for the next day as well. It's not like you've not done that thing and now it's gone forever. It's like, oh, I didn't get to, I don't know, organising the laundry. It's cool. I move that to the top of the list for tomorrow. Get that done.
Yep.
And then eventually that was a quiet day where you don't have like 15 things on the list. You only have 5 things, and you catch up, and then you go, oh no, there's nothing left on the list. What do I do now?
Yeah, that was definitely like, that was such a big issue for me before. Like, one example that I like to give now because I'm still living with my parents, by the way. I was alone for a week and they came back on the Sunday. So I was like, okay, I need to clean the kitchen. I need to get everything in order just so they don't get mad or whatever, when they had a long drive. I don't want to have them to be, also cleaning shit. So I'm just going to get everything in order. And I did that. I woke up fairly whatever, got most of it done. Then I took like a couple of breaks in there, got back, got all the kitchen done, got pretty much everything done that I wanted to. Then I did like another more stuff in my room, some extra tidying, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this stuff now. Then I'm gonna wait for my parents to arrive, help them unload, and then I'll be done for the day and play Pocopia. And that's exactly what I did, and that was really, really good. And if in my previous state, I would have absolutely just been like, "Oh, I'm not making enough progress. I'm gonna be fucking depressed now for an hour and get like half of the things in the kitchen done, and then be unusable for the rest of the day because I'm just gonna fall into this like, oh, I'm useless depression." So yeah, it sounds very simple, but it's done so much work.
I've got an example from this weekend as well. Like, so the people who are paying attention to the background, first of all, don't pay too much attention to the background because it's gross. But you may have noticed the bookcases there and there have gone. We're in the process of getting some like actual fixed in shelving because the ones we had were like, if the space was that big, the bookshelves were that big, and we had like a useless space. We're getting them built in. The desks are moving that side as well. And I was getting annoyed because like I said to Kaya, I feel like I've not done enough today because I only cleared off that bookcase last weekend. I did that bookcase this weekend, and I was like, I just want to get the wood cut. I want to do this, but I've not been able to because of the weather. And Kaya was just like, you need to like not be so hard on yourself because you're first of all you're a parent to a newborn. You got all your work being done and all this other stuff. Like, stop putting so much pressure on yourself. There's no need to get it rushed and done. And it's like, yeah, I just need to be grounded sometimes by someone just saying stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of like my example for that at the moment.
It is very easy to kind of lose yourself in these kind of things as well. Like, because when you're the only one involved with a thing, like, it's so easy to get in your own head and be like, oh, I could have better, whatever. It's so easy to, like, because you're always your harshest critic as well. So
I didn't even just get the bookshelves done. I also drew some lines on the wall as well.
Oh,
so I know where the wooden battens have got to go. So I did more than I realized.
But yeah, it's very much easy to get in your own head, and I think having somebody to kind of ground you every now and then, or being able to step back and have a look at what you've done, including all the stuff you just do as a formality. So like your daily work, your going to school, whatever the hell. That's still a lot of mental pressure, a lot of physical, whatever the hell you do. So I think it's kind of easy to forget these things, but then yeah, you just kind of need to step back sometimes and be like, okay, I'm actually doing quite well. I just didn't get that quite done yet. We just need to get back to it.
Yeah. Speaking of getting things done, Mirdo, you had a challenge this weekend in the new format of Pokemon post-rotation. G is gone. That's right. Get out of here, Goldengo. Get out of here, Gardevoir. Get out of here, Charizard. All the G Pokemon gone. Mirdo, tell us what you played, how you did. I believe you did rather well.
I did. Yeah, so rotation as well. I don't know. I was fairly excited for rotation because I didn't like the old format. But then the format with Ascended Heroes right until rotation was maybe my favorite format in a long while. And we only had it for a month. Yep. So that really was unfortunate. I really liked that format. Like, that really short format was maybe the best one we've had all season.
Pokemon seemed to proper disrupt the whole
Pokemon was so fun.
The whole meta, like, it was like, yeah, of course, Dragon Ball can use it, but suddenly it made so many other decks really good too. Like, if Dragon Ball's power level went up by 1, other decks went up by 2, 3, 4, 5, like, just jumped up out of nowhere. It was wild.
Absolutely. I think also with a bit more time, we could have had some crazy decks. But yeah, so in this small little format, for example, I also was able to play right before it rotated. A 1/1 line of Pelipper, which, if you know me, my favorite Pokemon is Wingull. So for the first time in my almost 10 season career, I was able to play Wingull and Pelipper to a tournament. So that was really cool. I played a pulled Charizard deck with a 1/1 line that Oscar Madsen, I believe, cooked up from the Danish kitchen. And the other deck I played was Blaziken, Dragonite, and Greninja deck, which was really awesome. And now for post rotation, I just took pulled Dragon Pulled Blaziken, which I've grown really fond of Blaziken now that I played it in the pre-rotation format. I'm trying to make quite a lot of stuff work with it, but yeah, pulled Blaziken was something I wanted to test. I threw it into live before I went to tournament, and my god, I just got my shit pushed in. I lost. I played an hour and I lost every game. It's quite insane. Just mostly consistency issues. But yeah, at the in tournament it went really well. We played 4 rounds. I've won all of them. A lot of it was also just a bit of bricking on the other side, but you know,
I know
it is what it is.
I know I say it a lot, but like the amount of times the point has been proven correct that like if a deck feels like absolute crap on live, it's an absolute monster in real life. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's real. Oh, the baby.
Hey, we're good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I definitely like the amount of pressure it has. Because you can just kind of like just have an attacker ready every turn, which is pretty cool. Also, obviously, one of the better Monkey Dory uses in a new format, because you can quite easily power them up. In theory, I still want to say that pulled with Dust Nor is better, but I'm not sure about that because everyone who tested it so far has not been enjoying it much.
I know with current limitless results, you and I spoke about this. Blaziken seems to be the best performing archetype right now with Dragapult. So yeah, but again, you can't really go off limitless results necessarily.
Yeah,
so.
I think Prague is going to be our first proper measuring stick. I've also heard that people are playing straight pulled now. I'm not sure what the 5-6 slots goes to in that variant, but
I think there's a bit more. I should get a list.
Probably more consistency.
Talking crap about it, but
yeah, I can talk about my tournament a bit more.
Okay, you do that while I just sort this out that I just destroyed.
Yeah. But yeah, I played against a pulled Dust Nor list. I played against a Mega Frostlass.
Oh yeah.
Like a Monkey Dory Frostlass kind of thing, which grenaded itself spectacularly twice, which was very funny. Also Badu is so good at the moment. It's crazy how good Badu is. I played against not a bolt list. I think it was like one of these slot boxes they call it.
Oh, I hate being called that.
Yeah. Like the basically it's a terror box, but with just all kinds of different attackers, pretty much just hitting all the weaknesses. Pretty much, that's kind of the whole shtick of it. But yeah, it was a very fun day. Because I'm also now as part of me kind of reinventing myself. I also started to sort out my cards much more. I've sold a bunch of stuff. I'm now just gonna be focusing on the playable things and some personal collection kind of stuff. And I'll be so I also managed to get a bunch of like comments and stuff I needed to get for playable stuff, so that's cool. I can build a lot of different decks. I'm also going to be looking into, so basically the 4 decks I'm looking at the moment are Blaziken Dragapult, or any form of Dragapult. I do kind of gel well with the type, to be honest. Like, I do pretty well with it. So maybe that's something to look at in all kinds of forms. We'll see. The Mega Dragonite is not dead. It's not. It doesn't feel as fun anymore, but it's still pretty good. It's Mega Dragonite with Blaziken, and you don't play the Greninja line anymore, unfortunately. But that was the most fun part of it. But yeah, it's not as good anymore. Without TM Evo, it's not as good. Then I'm probably gonna look at Rocket's Mewtwo. Don't play Rocket's Honchkrow. That shit's whack. I am the number one hater of that. Yeah, I'm the number one hater of that deck. If you will want to prove me wrong, go for it. I think it's garbage. And probably going to be looking at Metal Box, the Steam's Metagross kind of thing, and I'm also going to be looking at the Olive. I think that could be fun, or like some sort of grass deck. I definitely want to I think the whole grass has a lot of support now. I think there is definitely something there. So I think I'm going to be keeping that also going to be keeping my eyes on that. If there's going to be anything interesting, cool.
Yeah, so going from what I've been doing at the moment. So again, I've only just got back into TCG. I've been like loosely paying attention to what's going on. We'll talk about this in a little bit as well. But I'm not going to be playing. I might play in person earlier than I planned, but like Chaos Rising probably isn't. It's probably going to be the set I start in properly. So I started looking at some deck lists, and the best place I thought that would be was Champions League, the most recent one that's gone through. So I built 8 decks. I think I copied the list verbatim. From there, so as top of the ones Mirdo's already mentioned as well, we've gone with Mega Lucario. We have Grimmsnarl. I think you mentioned that as well, Mirdo. Toxbox that came 16th. Very excited to try that one out. Enzorock. We've got the Rockets Mewtwo and Alakazam as well, because Alakazam is looking quite good at the moment, which I'm not a huge fan of. And it's a very funny deck because it's so easily countered. I was telling Kay about this, but like. So many, because that deck is getting so popular, people are literally just adding like 1 Water Energy and an Team Rocket's Articuno in their deck because it completely walls off the Alakazam. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so funny, I've got all those decks built up. As you go through the decks, you can tell when I did the first one and when I did the last one, because the first one is missing, I don't know, 4 cards, 5 cards. The last one's missing about 30. So I ended up putting together a big card market order. Thanks to Mirdo, this was. I said to him, "Oh, I need all of these cards, this card, this card." I'm like, "Oh God, I'm not looking forward to like going through all of card." This isn't sponsored, by the way. I'm not looking forward to going through card market and like trying to figure out the best way to. Yeah, not yet. The best way to like buy all these. It goes, "Oh, have you not seen the buy list thing?" I'm like, "The what?" So I put everything into that, and yeah, I think it was 95 cards I ended up ordering, most of which were like commons or uncommons. So luckily it's not been an expensive order, but much like Mirdo, I've been sorting out my cards. We've got the 3,000 card white boxes that like, you know, a lot of people have for storage. I filled up 1 with G cards. I filled up 1 with H cards. And then 1 is like 1 row of I, the rest are Gs. So we've got a lot of cards just like stashed away now. Sold a load of stuff as well. When I was at Birmingham, I think I mentioned this, but I sold a load of cards there. Card market, I continue to just put more stuff on there as I find it. Again, Mirdo might not mention this yet, but I think both of us have like kind of agreed that maximum rarity / high rarity cards are kind of not great in decks. So yeah, I've ended up putting a load of mine, like my full art trainers and things. I put a load of those onto card market, any promos and things. Like I've just been selling cards and then buying cards, which is like a nice way to do it. As I've told like friends of mine, it's like trading with an extra step basically, because usually you go trade card for card. Instead it's like trade card for cash, cash for card. It's nice. So yeah, got a load of cards on the way. And yeah, looking at the deck list, like sorry, man, I was going to ask about your challenge, but like we'll get back to it in a sec. It's about new format impressions anyway. Like I mentioned Chaos Rising and following the deck lists and things. And I was looking at them going, I'm sure I've seen all of these deck lists before, but they just have a new card in them and that's it. Literally all the Chaos Rising decks are exactly the same, except for, does it make sense to put red card in? If yes, you can change your ace spec. If no, you keep your ace spec, which is unfair stamp. I haven't got any of those on the way, but the decks I've made, of the 8 decks I've built, I only need 5 red cards as the deck lists are currently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into it properly. I played 2 games in this format, both of our believer, won them both. One of them being against an Alakazam deck whose VIP card was Shaman. So that was pretty funny. It was funny. I sent you that screenshot and it's like, oh, that was their best card. They never got it out. They couldn't even find it. I board wiped them with Abras before they could do anything. And then they just like did a load of actions and then went concede. I was like, cool. Okay.
Awesome.
Yep. That'll do me. So, Mirdo, tell us about your challenge.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a bit more positive on the new format. Like I was a bit iffy on it, but I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it now. I'm kind of enjoying it at the moment. I don't think it's going to be a specifically very good format. I don't really know how this is going to translate to like majors, like regionals, because I'm not going to play any, so I'm not too concerned with that. And I'm quite happy to not do that, to be honest. Like I'm quite happy to just kind of chill at the moment and play locally, and just kind of play challenges, play cups and the sorts. But yeah, there seems to be quite a lot of excitement in the air. It's quite a good time at the moment. People are really enjoying to play at the moment. There's a lot of people coming new to the shops, and there's just so many very exciting decks also around. Like you can try. Like there's also like stuff that I just saw on Twitter that I didn't even mention that I would love to look into. Is like Mega Starmie.
That looks fun.
Grimmsnarl, you said, is very, very good as
Yep.
well. Cynthia's Garchomp is a fun one. A friend of mine testing it, they said it's not going that well, but I do like the idea of it. And when I played against it online, it's been quite a bit annoying to deal with.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's been cool. So far I'm really enjoying the new format. And yeah, as you said, I'm not necessarily going away from full from like Bling uh, because I don't like how they play or whatever. I don't really feel the difference or whatever. But for me, it's definitely more of a money issue. Not that I have money issues, but it's like it just adds up so much over
Yeah.
time. And I also just want to get away from buying packs as much and stuff like that. Like I enter tournaments and then I get packs and that's fine if I and I play pre-releases and all that stuff. But I'm just impulse buying packs every like so much, and I need to stop that.
I think it's easy to do at the
So
moment as well because you barely see them on shelves. So anytime you do, it's like,
yeah,
oh, quick, get a pack.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of trying to get away from that. I'm just now got to be a bit more um, planned about what I want and then I'll play a pre-release, open a couple of packs of new set, and then I'll get what I need and just order it or buy it from people that crack a lot of packs. I don't want to be the guy anymore that just has a bunch of spares. I am kind of done with that because I think it's just annoying, to be honest. So I'll be just having my playables, putting the extras to side into a box where I can look into if people are asking for trainers, I can be like, I have this or I do not have this.
Let me check. Opens trench coat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think that's a good way of doing it. But I'm just kind of trying to be a bit more sensible with it all, not be as impulsive, I guess.
Yeah, it's easy to do. Like that's kind of why I proper pulled away from like buying anything.
Yeah,
I the reason I've got so many G cards is because that was like the peak of me buying like any boxes I could find, get a booster box, at least one booster box for every set. I'm pretty sure like there was a couple of sets where we bought two so Kara and I could open one each kind of thing. Like it was a
God.
ridiculous waste of money.
Yeah,
And I was saying like with Magic Madhouse, again, I don't know if I ever said how much I made. I'm not going to, but like I said to Kaya, like based on what I sold and what I've spent in the last year, if we were just counting the last year, I probably at least broke even, if not made some money, which is nice. But like if you start accounting for the rest of the time, granted, I've been selling to Magic Madhouse like every Birmingham regional EYC, so I've made like a good little bit of money off all of them, but there's nowhere near breaking even. So being able to just like sell any of the I know I don't have expensive cards, but anytime they get into like the low double digits, I'm like, oh hell yeah, that's awesome. That means I can buy like another few sets of like new playables, if that makes sense. So like 4 of the lilies, 4 of the puffins when they were a thing, 4 of the vessel. I could always afford the commons and things that I wanted to get. Which,
yeah,
yeah, they can be called common. That's fine, but like we all know if we're looking for a common in a booster pack, you're never going to see it. Whereas if you want a Terra Mewtwo EX for some reason, you'll find one in a random play pack, which is always nice. So, but yeah, the amount I think a lot of people had this problem with Pokemon, didn't they? Where like Ascended Heroes was the only source for them.
oh, yeah.
And we could talk about a bit of that discourse later, potentially. But yeah, the fact that like Pokepads were like only in Ascended Heroes, people were struggling to find them because we've got so many people hoarding Ascended Heroes and just Pokemon cards in general. Again, not opening them and just sitting on them because they think they're going to be worth money. I mean, granted, one day they will be, but not right now, which was what they think. Sorry, I'm going off tangent. So Pokepads were like gold dust. Like I saw how much they were selling for, and even now they're still like £1 each. Ask me how I know. I bought 20. But yeah, it's okay, shaking her head to the left of me. But yeah, it's just like anytime you can just knowing you can just like have that money set aside, even if it's card market credit, and just go, oh cool, I can buy those cards, perfect. Rather than do what I used to do, which is like buy a booster box for over £100, maybe pull enough for like a couple of decks, and then go, cool, now I need to buy some more or get some more from somewhere anyway. So speaking of Pokemon games, we've had quite a few new ones come out, which is kind of wild. Two of them are kind of the same game, but 2 versions almost shadow dropped, which was kind of wild. Only they didn't shadow drop because they got spotted on the eShop like ages ahead, and everyone's like, wait, what the hell's going on here? Fire Red and Leaf Green got dropped onto the Switch store, which, Meadow, have you touched at all?
No.
No, okay. So I talked about potentially playing it, and then Mirdo said, but don't you dislike those kind of games? And I'm like, yeah, they're just grinding, aren't they? It's just grinding for grinding's sake. And there was a part of me that's like, I do like the idea of doing the Pokemon Home stuff where it's like, fill out the Pokedex from each game rather than just wholesale. Because like I have a living dex, which is going to be relevant for Pokemon Champions. But Fire Red Leaf Green, I was like, I could play through both of those games and then have the dex done. And I'm like, but then I have to just grind and use an EXP share where you have to give it to a Pokemon and stuff. Like, one of the complaints that I saw, which was quite funny, is like, obviously people that are like younger than us going, wait, why is the EXP share not working? This is ridiculous, not realizing that you have to do it that way. They did also patch a bug in that game, which I didn't know existed, where I think it's Raikou or Entei, if they roar and send your Pokemon away, they disappear from the game entirely.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Apparently that's been in the game since the original games, and they've only fixed it. I've only just been able to fix it because Game Boy Advance, but they've only just been able to fix it on the Switch, which I think is actually pretty cool. Like, the fact they can fix that is interesting.
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, I didn't care for that very much. Like, I had my phase of playing the old Game Boy games, like with when I did like emulator stuff back in like 10 years ago or something like that. Don't really have interest in playing the Game Boy Advance games again. Like also seeing them so much with like randomizers and on YouTube and stuff, it's just kind of old for me. I think the release is, I mean, $20. My God, but I think it's cool that they added a little bit of stuff. Like you said, they patched some bugs. They also, I think they added like trading via online or via local. Yeah. I'm not sure. So that's pretty cool as well. I think that's nice that they're like keeping those features alive now, where these kind of things are much more difficult to get going, and obviously where also these games get scarce physically and very expensive. So it's at least good to be able to buy it legally. I think be able to buy legally again.
The physical copies of red and green. Fire Red Leaf Green were like $200 before this announcement. And massively crashed since.
They've gone to like at the very least 100 couple.
Yeah. But if you want to experience Kanto Generation 1 stuff, let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee. Genuinely really fun games. I actually think that I'd recommend them to anybody. I think they're really good. Other Pokemon game updates, Pokemon Sleep. I have stopped playing it because I don't sleep properly anymore, so what's the point? I'd have to have like 4 sessions a night or something like that to like track. Broke my streak on that. Not that there was any actual streak going on. It's not like Duolingo where I like got to 1,000 days then called it a day. But yeah, so Pokemon Sleep, that's done with. Don't care about that anymore. Mirdo, Pokemon Pocket. You playing Pokemon Pocket?
No.
Nope.
I installed that when it came out. I noticed that the game is very not a lot. There's not a lot going on TCG wise, and the digital collection aspect I did not care for at all. Not even a little bit. Very immediately, like after a day, I just didn't care to go back.
One of the complaints I've seen actually recently is like they are using a lot more IRL card art now. It's not even like specialist art, so it's like what is the point in collecting the digital version when you could just, if you care, you just get the physical one.
It's quite interesting because I haven't followed the scene as much, but I remember when it was new that like these huge online tournaments, like 3,000 people, they had like massive numbers, and I think those are almost non-existent anymore. Like those completely went away. I think the Pocket community has just gone completely in a different direction. I know there's still people playing it. I know there's like it's also gone a bit more interesting with like playable cards and stuff, but like. That initial hype is definitely gone, I think. Yeah. At least it's not as present anymore. Maybe I'm wrong.
I saw
the Pocket community can come to my throat.
I saw they got Goldengo EX, and I was like, hell no more of that. Thank you very much. I just got away from that.
I mean, it works very differently, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think they got Chen Pao as well. Anyway, so that is that. Mirdo, we playing Pokemon Unite? Pokemon Unite, anyone? No, Pokemon Unite?
No.
Said, what playing any Pokemon games? Oh, Pokopia. But we'll talk about that in a different podcast because that's going to be a big topic. I just wanted to I didn't want to brush over it because Mirdo did say we'll save that for another episode. I agree because we've got a lot to say about it. All I'll say is I'm over 100 hours in and I'm still not done with the game. We rolled credits at like, I mean, technically 24 hours because I streamed all of the story relevant gameplay. But yeah, I think I put about 50 hours in before we rolled credits. And then, I'm still playing 100 past. So I think you're on 65 plus according to Nintendo Switch.
Something like that. Yeah, sounds right.
And then we know Toby's on 160, which is insane.
Oh God, really? Yeah.
In fact, he might be on more than you and I combined, which is incredible.
Jesus,
Shout out Toby. All right,
okay.
so
he has completed Pokédex as well. So
you know what? I will say a special shout out to Toby as well via Mirdo. Mirdo told me about the charged up cut and then using the suck ability to harvest all the vegetables. Live game changer. Thank you so much for that.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing.
Oh yeah, big time.
We're not here for Pokopia tips and tricks, but boy howdy, if you take anything away from our podcast, take that away because it's a lifesaver. All right, so we'll go on to Pokemon Champions Discourse. I wrote Discourse, but it's one of them.
Oh God. Yeah.
So, if you are a VGC fella, you are now you are legally bound to play Pokemon Champions, a game which is about as baked as Pokemon TCG Live after 4 years of TCG Live existing. It doesn't seem... listen, I've not played it yet. I've only heard secondhand accounts, but apparently there is a lot... Wrong might not be the right phrase with the game, because it's just a difference in how certain things work that have been working the same way for quite a long time and now suddenly don't work the same way. I believe Trick Room is a weird one. Mega Evolutions, apparently the slower Pokemon seems to be Mega Evolving first, which is a big thing with weather setting and stuff like that. These are all terms that, you might not know, and I only just know because people have told me about them. But yeah, so Pokemon Champions launched on Switch, not on mobile yet, but the rumor is June for the mobile release. The only reason I know that is because I think it was the Korean website had it up on there and then quickly took it off. So it could just be a Korean thing, who knows. But June is the potential for mobile. No guarantees just yet. Home connectivity came up, which is cool. I do like how they're doing home connectivity. It is a case of they take a copy of the Pokemon in home and then move it into Champions. You can then mess with all the stats and stuff in there. If you already have battle-ready Pokemon, you've already messed with the IVs, messed with abilities and stuff, that all transfers across, so you can save yourself some victory points if you've got ways to manipulate stuff via Scarlet and Violet. I mean, it's, from what I've heard, it's perfectly passable as a battle simulator. It's playable, and people seem to be at least okay with it. Mirdo, have you put any time into it yet at all?
No. But I definitely followed the discourse about it quite a lot. It's quite interesting because I think visually it's pretty cool. I like how it looks. I like how it presents.
Yeah, good presentation. I like that.
Presentate. I think the idea of having a limited Pokemon pool and a limited item pool is pretty cool for the format. I think that's very interesting. That's always something that I don't really like. I never really thought realistically about going to VGC, but I think a format where there's no legendaries and stuff like that, I think that's much more appealing to me than the very OP kind of formats. I've heard so many very mixed things because from what I'm seeing, YouTube YouTube-wise, watching YouTubers play the game, and it seems to be working pretty well. It's the criticism I've seen is one, there seems to be a couple of bugs, but they seem to be very isolated. I've seen many clips of very weird things happening, but it looks like they're just everything that people have criticized elsewise that might seem like a bug might just be difference in how the game works now, because they changed a lot of mechanics. Like I said, they changed sleep, they changed paralysis and all that stuff. So yeah, there seems to be quite a few bugs, which was to be expected. I think they're gonna be, hopefully they are now, I feel like this is just kind of the beta version.
Yeah,
as it were.
I said that. It's
I feel like
the access kind of launch, really.
It does feel like that because they also didn't advertise it much. I just feel like this is the beta drop, and they have the hardcore fans kind of play it and see how it goes. And then when the mobile launch comes, they will be properly advertising the game and also going to be trying to learn the casual players to play Champions. I think it's promising. I heard also a lot of people be annoyed that it's pretty much only a battle sim, which, yeah, I mean, for what it is, it does feel like there's not that much to it.
It was never advertised
which
as
I guess
anything but that, though.
yeah. Like, but it's definitely a bit like, oh, they could have done like, you know, a tournament system or whatever. Like, it does feel a bit, you know, I get why people might be disappointed. I think what it does, if it does what it needs to do well, I think something that people don't really appreciate as much anymore with video games is scope at this point. Like limiting yourself in what you do to do that thing well, which is something that Pocopia does really well. I think the scope of that game is masterful. We'll talk about that on the next time. But Champions kind of does it as has a low scope, but then it also doesn't do everything that well because it has these issues. So it's, I don't know, it's a weird one. I'm definitely like, there's definitely something in me that was like, well, I'm not really interested in the battling of Pokemon. Like when the new Pokemon game comes out, I'm definitely more interested in, like, you know, the little bit of story that it has, the new designs of the new Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. The battling, the whole, the like the meat and potatoes of the gameplay was never really my favorite, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna play it, or not much at the very least. Maybe I'll get to it, we'll see, but I don't think so. So yeah, I think I will leave the judgment to the experts. If you want to watch like somebody who obviously knows the game, what I've been doing, I'm watching Wolfie Glick. He's been doing a video a day on Champions since it came out. So like I said, most of the gameplay I saw there has been fine. So I don't really know about these like weird glitches that people have been getting, or weird bugs. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm interested because I think this is going to be very pivotal for VGC as a whole, because I think Pokemon is kind of trying to finally get VGC as a competitive thing, as an esport, much more prominent. Which they kind of failed at the last couple of decades, really.
Well, it's been pointed out that, like, if you look at the attendance for like regionals and things like that, TCG has been growing like year on year on year, not a problem. I forget the exact numbers, forgive me, it was on a podcast I was listening to, but I believe like TCG from 2021 has grown like 300% in attendance, which is like mad, whereas VGC has shrunk. Like, it's actually gotten less, which is wild because, like, listen, I love TCG, and I'm one of the nerds that loves watching TCG, but, like, it's nowhere near as entertaining to watch as VGC. And you look at, like, YouTubers, like Wolfie's a great example. He's got millions upon millions of subscribers and views and stuff like that. You haven't got anybody doing TCG stuff that's anywhere near them. Like, I don't think correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure the comments will. I don't think anyone's even on 500,000 that's like solely focused on Pokemon TCG. I doubt it. They might not even be like anywhere near 250,000. I mean, Azul might be close, Tim Danklin might be close, but for the most part, like nobody is watching TCG content like they're watching VGC content. So the fact that like less people want to play VGC, especially when I feel as though it's more accessible than TCG, is kind of wild to me, to be honest. I don't really know what could be contributing to that other than just maybe a lack of like understanding of how to get into it, maybe, or maybe the global competitions are just like enough for people who enjoy that stuff, because as TCG players, we don't have any officially sanctioned events that let us have online that gives us championship points and stuff, whereas VGC does, except for on Champions with the first one, where the first global challenge isn't given championship points. So, bit wild, but yeah.
Honestly, I think while they're working out the bugs and the glitches, I think that's fairer.
I agree. No, I think it's a correct thing to do, but I also think if that's the case, don't call it the thing that gives championship points. It's like organising a real life event and calling it a regional, then going, oh, by the way, don't get it. Like, we have special events.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah,
special championships because they don't give cash prizing and stuff like that. Like they're definitively different.
It's a weird one,
tournaments, you know what I mean? So I don't know, because they've got the warm-up cup coming up with Champions, which I might stream a little bit of if I actually get into Champions before the registration period is finished, which I might not. But yeah, it's just like, if you're doing a tournament with different rules and or results, rewards, I suppose, call it something different.
Yeah. It's, but yeah, as you said, it's always been, VGC has always been like a spectator thing, and also people just prefer to play it online, play it via Showdown, with because it's a different barrier of entry, right? Like with a video game, you can easily play online. With a card game, you kind of have to go to a place to play. So
Yeah,
people that play TCG are much more willing to do the travel that is required to play in the circuit, while VGC players don't really want to deal with that. They don't want to, put as much money into it. They maybe don't have the money to do it. They just kind of want to play. Where obviously the barrier to entry for TCG is just higher, so you are probably more committed if you spend the money on a deck, if you spend the money on travel,
that makes sense.
and all that kind of stuff. So I think what they're trying to do is kind of like decoupling it from the mainline game and just giving you an easier way of, similar to how Pokemon Showdown has been operating. Not the same, because you can't just generate teams, which is, I think, the main reason why people like Showdown, because you can just do the thing and battle.
Yeah.
You don't need to have currency, you don't need to train, you don't need to play the main games, whatever. You can just generate. You can also do random battles. Maybe they'll add that down the line. I think people really like random battles. I think it'd be fun if they added that to Champions. Either way. I think Pokemon is hoping to gather more from the more casual crowd, from the people that don't go to tournaments but are really good at the game and want to get into it. I assume they want to get people more into the pipeline with Champions. Maybe even advertise, regionals, organized play in stores. They have definitely been changing how VGC works recently. On the local level as well a lot. They try to make it more appealing as well for Pokemon Go players. They're trying to give them more for League Cups and stuff, try to give them more rewards that are specifically for them, not just prize packs or whatever, because obviously they don't really want cards. It's going to be interesting to see if this works, if you remove it from the main games, while still giving an incentive to play the main game, obviously, because that's the best way of getting the Pokemon. Everything else is just more expensive with the in-game currency and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which you have to use, which you can earn. Obviously, you don't need to pay for it, but it's still, much more of a time investment, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right, and final game we want to talk about, Mirdo. There isn't even a game yet. We just had a small video for it. Pokemon Winds and Waves is our Generation 10 game, and it was... Listen, I'm a sarky little B-word at the best of times with Mirdo, but Mirdo asked me what I thought about the starter Pokemon, and I went, because they didn't elicit any response from me. I will try and remember to edit and put them on screen for you, but we had 3 Pokemon. Mirdo, without looking up, can you name all 3 of them?
Broud, Pompon, and Gekwa.
Yes, I knew I could rely on you. So, usually when a trio of starters or first partner Pokemon gets introduced, I'm like, cool, pick one out immediately. I'm like, hell yeah, that's my guy. Rowlet straight away, Grookey straight away, Sprigatito is it the grass Pokemon? Might be the grass Pokemon.
Probably.
When I watched the starters, I was like, I do not care about any of these guys. Like, none of them...
So weird for that.
None of them appeal to me at all. Like, the closest one, I'm not even a fire guy, is Pombon, and that's simply because it's a fire dog, and fire dogs are pretty cool. But like the rest of them, I was just not that arsed. As far as the rest of the trailer was, it's interesting. It, again, didn't really show us much, but it looked like a potentially 60 FPS game, which is always good. And yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it. Not really based on anything but the fact that it's going to be the first Pokemon game that's developed exclusively for Switch 2. So it's actually going to be like so many games that I've played, I've not really thought about this until post playing the game. But like Breath of the Wild, that was developed for Wii U and Switch. And if you want any evidence of that, look no further than how the tablet is used in that game. Like, it was made for the Wii U tablet, but that was held back by that. The Scarlet and Violet, held back by being on Switch 1 and Switch 2. And again, you can look at Sword and Shield. Now, you can complain about like how the trees look in the wild area all you like, but the rest of the game actually looks really good. Like, it's still, of all the Pokemon games I've played, probably my favorite graphic style of any game. And I think Arceus may have had the same issue as well. I think that was Switch 1, and I think that was a bit hampered by not quite having the access to the tech it did. I don't think it got a I might be wrong on this, but I don't think it got a performance patch like Scarlet and Violet did. But that game still looks okay. It's not as good as I'd say it's not as good as Sword and Shield, but yeah. I think ZA as well also is a bit hampered because of it being on Switch 1 and Switch 2. So having a game finally come out just Switch 2, now it's not, obviously the best hardware, but at least it's capable of like good graphics. And if you care about that kind of thing, which I do, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. I don't know if you've got any guesses on this, Mirdo, and I don't think they showed any evidence of this, and I'm trying to think if they ever did for Sword and Shield, and no, I think they did show for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Did you notice anything that could be like a gimmick, like Terra, like G-Max for Winds and Waves?
Don't think so. They seem to be back on the Mega Train now, so I wonder if they just kind of keep that going. But I mean, all that you could see that was like unique. So first of all, I really liked the trailer. I think it looked pretty good visually. What they had was quite pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Switch 2 is definitely capable of very appealing games. Not necessarily like, your super ultra HD realistic gritty kind of stuff.
Which is not what we want anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But very like stylized, very good looking stuff. Like I think Pokopia looks fantastic, for example. Yeah. I think the Switch 2 is very much capable of that kind of stuff. And I think what they showed was really good. One thing that might lean into what you said was the that there's underwater sections, and there seem to be also like maybe air sections, which I guess alludes to the water wave kind of aesthetic.
Winds and Waves,
appeal. Yeah, Winds and Waves. So I guess the gimmick might have to do with that. Maybe there's like underwater version, or like maybe there's like a whole like 3-layered battle kind of thing. Maybe we don't have a Pokemon based gimmick. Maybe we have like a battle based gimmick. So you know how. Sorry.
I wonder if it's like a sequel to an earlier Pokemon game, because Ruby and Sapphire was about land versus water, wasn't it? What if we get
maybe
Groudon 2, Kyogre 2, and Rayquaza 2?
Maybe.
Like
I mean, it would definitely make sense if the legendaries were like weather based, but we'll see how that goes.
Surely,
but what I was trying to get to actually was more of I don't know if you remember I think there was rotational battles in like Black and White, something like that, like trio battles.
They were crap.
Yeah, so my brain is actually going towards a battle going on in 3 dimensions. So you can depending on what kind of moves you use, you can battle under the arena, on the arena, and above the arena.
You're looking
like that kind of so expanding more on like dive and dig and flying.
So you're looking for
maybe that's what I'm going for.
Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed, where when they go around different parts of the track, they shift into boat form and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they got something cooking like that. I think it's a very far-fetched. I just had this idea just randomly, but maybe that's where they're going. I don't know. Maybe the gimmick of the game is not going to be directly Pokemon based, but just battle based.
What if
like
it's
more broad battle?
What if it's energy production? Because you got wind power, you've got wave power. Yeah. Does that mean the sequel's going to be nuclear and solar?
Oh my god, Pokemon Sun!
Pokemon Sun! It's coming. It's all. Wait, Lunar Power doesn't exist.
Ah, shit.
Okay,
no. I mean, and I think energy is not a bad idea either. Like, I think I guess I don't know if I want to see like a windmill legendary,
Pokemon.
but I guess that could be something that's just generally based on the idea of hydropower and wind power. Absolutely, I think that could definitely be where legendary goes.
Wasn't Volcanion functionally a steam engine?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like something like that could definitely be. It would be the second time in a row where they go with electricity of some sort in the legendary.
Yeah, we have motorbike Pokemon already, so
yeah, exactly.
How do we power the motorbike Pokemon? Electric power. How do we get to electric power? We use wind and wave generation. It's Koraidon 2 versus Kyogre and Groudon 2.
Can't wait. Kaitugra.
Pokemon
have...
Yeah, okay. Pokemon have truly run out of ideas. They're now going backwards and just adding 2s to all the Pokemon. And then they get to Porygon and go, oh no, what have we done? It's Porygon 2-2, and they're into ballet.
Very funny. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. It's gonna be quite interesting because next year feels a bit like a poetic kind of not end, but like maybe a bit of a winding down of my competitive career, maybe because it's the 10th season, it's the 10th generation coming out next year. It's my 10th season of being in Pokemon. I started in the 2016-2017 season. So next season's going to be 2026, 27, 2027. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be my 10th season, 10th generation. It's Wind and Waves, which is basically just Wingull. So, which is my guy. And there was also Wingull in like the first few frames of the trailer. It does feel just kind of destined to be my season.
So,
yeah, we'll see.
This ties into a conversation I had pre-podcast with Kaya. So I said to her, where would Worlds have to be next year for me to be allowed to compete for a Worlds invite? Half jokingly.
Birmingham.
And she said, funny enough, she said London. And I said, what, we didn't want to travel? She went, Europe. I went, what if we went Japan? She went, I'd do Japan. And I'm like, I said, to be fair, if I get a Worlds invite between now and when I turn 40, then we're going, because that's going to be the one shot I get. If I get a Worlds invite before I'm 40, like, if I'm going to get one, it's going to be between now and 40. Mirdo's turning 30 this year, and I was like, and I'm retiring, like a footballer. What the hell, dude?
We'll see. Yeah, I'm turning 30 this year, so it's all just just round numbers. It's round numbers all around. It's quite wild.
You started playing when you were 20 then?
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. So do we talk about Worlds now? Do you want to talk about what we think about Worlds next year? Where we think it's going to go?
I mean, I'm just hoping it's...
Or do you still want to talk about Winds and Waves? Because it kind of went off.
I mean, it's how we tangent. I mean, there's not that much to talk about with Winds and Waves anyway.
Yeah, no. I mean, I do like the starters. I think I like Brout most, but I'm also really big fan of the dog, of the Pomeranian. Pretty cool. I am uncertain on the Gecko. I'm not quite sure if I like him. It might decide on how the evolutions go. But yeah, I'm big on the bird.
Okay.
So far.
Yeah, like I said, there's not that much to talk about, but obviously we're a Pokemon asterisk podcast, so we'll talk about this stuff as it comes out, and all this information comes out as well. We also, Mirdo, we've got some breaking news, by the way. It won't be breaking by the time we get to Thursday, but we've had the pre-release promos revealed.
Just an hour ago, so yeah.
So let me just get those up as well, and you can tell me if they're any good or not, because my old head knowledge of like 3 months ago it's gone now, so...
Yeah, I just looked at them as well, so that's actually not...
Oh, Chaos Rising ETBs went up as well, so I think I've missed those.
Yes.
Let me have a look. There is an invite thing as well, but I'll... select objects and you can play to create music, and there's like a picture of a cat with a pizza. So, I can use a helmet to make music. Select objects to be played to create music. There's helmets there. I can drum on a helmet. It's a capture thing for getting through to the queue. Hi trainer, you're in the virtual queue to enter Pokemon Center. Estimated wait time, 3 hours, 19 minutes. Well, chat, I'll let you know in 3 hours and 19 minutes whether I made it or not. Anyway, Chaos Rising pre-release promos. We have, and I'll try and get these up screen if I'm good, we have Delphox. 160 HP, ability Flaring Magic. Once during your turn, you may discard a basic fire energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. Kind of a good ability on a stage 1. I feel like that's a lot to ask for a stage 2. But good draw. 7's pretty good.
Yeah. Draw's pretty good. The attack also has potential. It's kind of missing a friend, but I think it has potential, definitely.
I'll tell you its friend is. Energized Storm for 2 fire energy. 30x. This attack does 30 damage for each energy attached to all this Pokemon. Shut up, Mirdo. The partner's Emble.
Don't say Emble. No. It's really not.
It is.
Absolutely not even a little bit.
Ampharos, also a stage 2, 160 HP lightning Pokemon. Ability Synchro Pulse. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, attacks used by this Pokemon do 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. So technically 160 extra on weakness, but I don't know how much that's going to come up. Flashing Bolt, 140 for a electric and colorless. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use a Flashing Bolt. You can only flash once and the police arrest you. I don't think that's anything.
That one's bad.
Yep. Crobat, 130 HP, stage 2 Dark Pokemon ability, Nighttime Maneuvers. Is there a song called something to do with Nighttime Maneuvers?
Night Moves by Bob Saget.
Yes! Working on a night
Night
moves. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may use this ability. Search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, and put that card on top of it. So, for those who don't know, I'm a nightmare to play locally if I'm in a good mood because I make songs out of absolutely everything. I'm horrendously bad for it. We call it musical Tourette's. If someone uses nighttime maneuvers on me, all I'm going to do is working on a night moves, and they can be like, "What is that reference you're making?" I have no idea.
It's also quite funny because the attack of the Pokemon is called Poison Soundwave, and that's what you're producing when you do that.
Yeah, true. Poison Soundwave, Dark, 80 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. Also, your opponent is confused and poisoned because you've just been singing "Working on a Night Moves" to them.
A 40-year-old song they don't recognize.
Yeah. And finally, Gudra, 160 HP, Dragon type. You may notice a theme here. Dragon type Pokemon, also a stage 2. Ability, Slimy Sliding. When your opponent's active Pokemon retreats, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, NG for its retreat cost is not discarded and they don't switch Pokemon. The effect of Slimy Sliding doesn't stack. So it's functionally a stall card. It's just not very good. Dragon Pulse, 160 damage, Water and Psychic Energy. Discard the top card of your deck. That's right, not only is it a incredibly mid-stall card, it's also a self-milling deck. Wow! I can't think of anything I'd enjoy more. Thanks, Gudra. Slimy Slime.
I will say, I think if we go by pre-release, like just pre-release format, I think Delphox is probably the best.
Yep.
I think Ampharos is the worst. Period. Because you don't even do 140. You don't even do 160 to knock out most of the other stage 2s.
Now,
which all have 160.
Bear in mind, Synchro Pulse in
yes,
pre-release
but
is probably pretty good because you'll have Youngster, which can guarantee you 5 cards. And most of the time, people have got 7 cards and going, I can attach and play a trainer, but that's about it. They'll have 5 cards. Youngster, actually, no, Youngster rotated. I hate that.
I'm assuming that deck will have like 4 judges or something. But yeah, it's still not great. And you have to retreat after that. You can't attack next turn. That's just bad. Gudra, not that great either. I think it's a funny gimmick for pre-release, but yeah, at least it does 160 and doesn't have that bad of a drawback. So that's something. Crobat is honestly, I think, maybe the card with the most potential outside of pre-release because the ability is honestly pretty good. The attack is also not that bad, especially if you want to play a more of a control-y kind of thing. You can also, I know there's also that one stadium. So obviously you do poison and confusion. There's a stadium that does more damage on poison, and there's also the stadium that stops Pokemon from evolving to heal from confusion. I think is what that one does. Dizzying Valley or something like that. But yeah, I think that one is probably. I don't think it has potential, but it's the one with the most potential, possibly, because I think you could cook some fun stuff with that. Yeah. So confused, Dizzying Valley. Confused Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, don't recover from that special condition when they evolve or devolve.
Okay.
So I guess you can make something happen. I think 80 damage for 1 energy and also effectively 90 with poison. And if you play the other stadium as well, that's already 110, I believe. Yeah, 20 more. 110 damage on a 1 prizer. That also has consistency built in. With with you could search your deck and put it on top. Honestly, not too bad. I think there could be something there, but it's a stage 2. If it was a stage 1, it would be very good. It's considering it's a stage 2. I don't know. Don't think so. We'll see how it goes.
Fair enough. And finally, a new segment we are going to be setting up for Pokemon podcasts is Pokedoku Tic-Tac-Toe. This is going to be a fun little game Mirdo and I do via the Pokedoku website. If you don't know what Pokedoku is, it's basically Sudoku but with Pokemon. It's kind of self-explanatory. And if you don't know what that is, then I can't help you. Tic-Tac-Toe is basically noughts and crosses but spelt incorrectly. No idea why they thought Tic-Tac-Toe is the correct thing to do. XXO. There's only X's and O's. Why is tic-tac-toe? There's not 3 things.
Why do you have a strong opinion on this?
Murdo, I have a strong opinion on everything. You didn't let me get to half.
I know.
Anyway, so Murdo and I will take it in turns to pick a slot get that correct, maybe, or get it wrong, and then move on to the next. So across the top, we have middle evolution of water electric. Across the side, we have Alola, dual type, and monotype. Because Mirdo is going to be available first, bang, there you go. Mirdo is going to take our first one. Mirdo, go for it.
So I do like to go for the corners first, usually.
I've heard that about you.
So, but I think I'm going for the skill for the swag play instead,
I'm just going to go for
and
one
going
time.
center Wingle.
Center Wingle, brave.
Let's go.
Brave. Okay.
Water dual type Wingle.
I'm going
So
to take
Super
Alola
focus.
middle evolution, and the best middle evolution of absolutely any first partner Pokemon is, of course, Dartrix.
such a dapper guy.
He's so cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I have to go either Alola electric or middle evolution monotype, and I think I'm gonna try to put you on the clock a little bit here.
Please don't put me on
And
the
I
clock.
think if I go, oh, are you actually from Alola? I think you're from Kalos.
That's pretty embarrassing.
Ooh.
10 seconds.
No, you're from. So I'm going Alola electric, Tapu Koko,
That makes sense.
because I think middle evolution monotype might trip you up a little bit.
Okay, middle evolution monotype. Murdo thinks that'll trip me up a little bit. I don't think it will. I think I'll get it as easy as Abracadabra.
Now we have middle evolution dual type, which I learned recently. Yeah, I will just go Ivysaur. 'cause
Yeah, we love Ivysaur. Right, I don't think Iris can win from this point, right? As long as I get dual type electric.
I definitely can. We'll see.
Which
your
dual
turn.
type electric, I recently learned. Dedenne is also fairy type. We're gonna go fairy type Dedenne.
Cool. I think my best play is Water Mono. Just to block off the chain down there.
No, don't worry about the chain down there.
chain. Never break the chain. What's a water monotype? How about Magikarp?
Oh my god, so basic. Alola water, I have to answer. I don't want to go with the starter because the starter's terrible. So we're gonna go with.
Well.
I listen. I don't like it. I mean, if you're gonna go for a Tapu, can I go for a Tapu?
There is one.
Finny is the water one. Yeah. Okay. Boom. A child.
And I'll finish off Electric Mono with. I'm gonna keep being basic and choose Electabuzz.
Beautiful. Well, that was a time, Mirdo. Good.
I think it should. Yeah, there's a new one. All right.
Oh, you get to start first again. Okay. Let's see how it is.
Yeah. I mean, I can. No, I'll hand it over to you. There you
All
go.
right. We'll go first to 2 on this as well. In fact, no, let's see who wins. We could be
Yeah.
here for a while.
Let's see how long we take to actually have a winner.
Okay, so I'm not going to reveal my.
This one looks more difficult.
I'm not going to reveal my weakness here, so I'm going to go for monotype final evolution, and I'm going to go with.
That one could be difficult. I think there's a lot of things that should be mono but aren't.
I'm going to go with Snorlax.
That's a final evolution.
Yeah, Munchlax.
get-
It's a Snorlax. Stage 1s can be finals.
Um.
Don't be
This
stages.
one. This one is a bit of a toughie because I could use something that I know, but it's a bit of a weird one, and I don't know if I have a different one for that one. All right, let's just do it. Let's just see. I'll use a water branching. I'll do Clamperl.
Okay, I get you. I'm going to go monotype dark, and that for me is, of course, Absol.
God, monotype branched evolution.
I'm struggling on this. I can't think of anything.
The branch evolution stuff. The branched stuff.
I actually
that
don't
one.
know.
Toughie.
Oh, no, I
it's-
have something. I think.
I guess Porygon is that a branching one? Oh God, what's branching and monotype?
I think I have something. 10 seconds, Mirdo.
Porygon's not branching, is it?
Oh, okay. I think Pikachu is one. Oh, it's
I
excluding
get-
forms. No, it's excluding forms.
Oh God.
No!
Yeah, no.
Oh shit.
Oh, God. What's a branching monotype?
I've
I think
consciously-
Lampol would have been one as well.
Lampel is one. Branching. No, that's Psychic Water. Oh no, this is tough. What the hell? What the hell evolves branching a pre-Evo Pokemon that can evolve into a completely different Pokemon? Your turn. I got nothing.
Okay.
I actually don't.
Let's.
You're trying so hard to block me here, aren't you?
That? Yeah, and I have to. But like, what's branching? Ah,
I can think of examples, but I can't think of anything that like applies to monotype branch.
I'll just.
I'm really struggling on this one.
I'll just make something happen. Water, Final Evolution, Pelipper.
That makes sense. Water Dark, then I'm gonna have to go with my boy Sharpedo.
Yeah. Now, God, now there's two things to kill.
Okay, I've got to think of one thing. I've got to think of one thing out of these two.
Hen Dark is easy enough. Oh, you already put Sharpedo. I guess the previous is also Darkness. Oh, Absol is also taken. And Carvanha's also Dark type, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right.
Damn it. All right. I've just got to get monotype that branches.
The branches is so annoying.
God, I'm drawing up a complete blank here.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose
the branching evolution is really tough for some reason.
It really is. Like, there's a mid. Ooh. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, that's not one. That's not it.
Oh, I have one for that one, I believe.
I got nothing. If you've got something, go for it.
Hen branching Curlier.
Ooh, okay, so that is God of War, and I'll just block you off on that.
Yeah, fair enough. Now it's the monotype. God bless.
Oh no! Monotype evolution. The fact form screwed me up is like.
No,
so
you don't count. You don't count.
Was it also a form?
No. But it's not an evolution. I was thinking about the pre of Maridon technically, but it's not. It doesn't evolve.
Yeah, Cyclodar isn't it? This sucks.
I'm getting there. I'm sure I do.
I can tell you a million of like the same 1-2 combinations, but I can't tell you the right thing if that makes sense.
Mm.
Oh,
Your turn again, yeah. So.
Yes!
No way. Yeah.
Thank you, Pokopia.
So I guess we're going first to two then. It's your turn again.
Sure, we'll go first to then. Sure, why not? Let's start.
Or do you want to hand it over so I start again so we go back and forth?
Do you know what? Because I won, you should go first.
Yeah. Okay.
That seems like a fair way to go about this.
So,
I'm avoiding the bottom row like the plague.
Yeah, that one's toughy, isn't it? I think the easiest one to do is the center, so I'm just going to block that off and take Kabuto.
Okay.
Rock Fossil seems the most obvious.
I mean, this also feels pretty easily. This feels pretty easy as well. And then we can block that off. Okay, so let's go Legendary Dual Type.
Yeah.
I'm not clicking on it because I'm scared. Let's go Latias. I believe they're Dragon Psychic.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
All right. Legendary can learn Hydro Pump. Shout out to my boy Kyogre.
Kyogre. First an evolution line dual type, then it has to be the one I go for, and of course I pick my boy at Bulbasaur. Grass Poison.
Fossil dual type.
Many choices, many such cases.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna block off one that probably also can do Hydro Pump. What are you called? I know.
Jeff.
No.
Oh.
Not actually, no. I know the pre-evolution name, but Oh.
If you don't get this, I'm going to be so happy.
Almost star, baby.
Alright. Fossil can learn Hydro Pump. I
think I have one.
I think I have one.
I think I have two, actually.
Am I wrong on Aurorus?
That was my first that I would have had.
I'm wrong on Aurorus. Okay.
The turtle one.
Oh, good call. Okay, yeah.
It's something ghosts in the end, I think. That's not.
I think
oh my god, what's it called? No. Oh my god, what's it called? The German name is like something like
I can give you, because you've got the German one. I know what you're talking about. It's Terra Costa.
Terra Costa. Oh my god, yeah.
But it only feels fair because you know the German version.
Yeah. Cara Costa, that's it. Yeah.
Terra Costa, not Terra. All right. Chuck it over.
So
Murdo.
you go first again?
Yep.
Let's go.
Oh no, not Hoenn again. I mean,
Oh,
no.
baby.
Hoenn, I
Ooh.
love Hoenn.
I love Hoenn.
I love Hoenn.
Hoenn. I mean, Hoenn's my favorite. So
Alola first evolution line. You know your boy Rowlet's coming up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Baby dual type. I think that one's gonna be tough. I don't know if I know that one actually.
I've got one.
Do you?
Yep.
Let's do Alola Fairy Rabombe.
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 Rabombe. All right, so if I get this one, then there's a solid chance I can steal it by knowing the middle one. Interesting. Okay, so let's...
Fairy Hoenn is hard.
Fairy Hoenn? Is that not God?
Oh, no, not. Yeah. No, right. Right, what's the baby? What's the stupid baby? I know it might be Toxel, because I'm not sure if Toxel should be Toxel, actually. The more I think about it, I think it's Toxel. I don't know if you're already poison type, but should be. Is there anyone else? Happiny, no. Elekid, they're all monotype. Pichu, yeah, I think it's Toxel.
It's Toxel. First evolution line, Hoenn. I mean, we'll just go Ralts then, keep it safe. And now I've got 2 chances to win.
Dear, yeah. Okay, what do you less like? First evolution line, baby. That's all the babies.
What evolves into a baby?
You just win this because both of them are super easy. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for my boy then.
Okay.
Wingle all the way, baby.
I will tell you something. My weakness is Hoenn.
Yeah.
Because I really struggle with both Hoenn and Sinnoh. Sinnoh, I'm a little bit better on because of Legend Zeo, but because I stopped playing at Gen 2 and started playing at Gen 5, all of them just blend together. So I can't even tell you what specifically Gen 5 a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right, that was our first Jamming Tower Tic-Tac-Toe, and I won at 2-1. Listen, I play a lot of Pokedoku as well, so listen, I'm a bit good at sauce on this, you know what I mean?
So true.
Alrighty, that will do it for today's podcast. Mr. Mirdo, where can the good people find you? And don't invite people to your house.
Oh my god. So I've been cleaning my room, it's been nice. Twitter.com @MirdoHeWrote. No, that's the wrong one. Twitter.com MirdoTCG. That's the right one. That's where I am. I haven't posted as much because, like I said, I haven't paid that much attention to TCG, but that's where I am available.
All right, and you can find me, but don't come over on my sofa holding my baby while I'm playing Pokopia. But if I'm not doing that, I'm on twitch.tv/Jestertainment. That's right, Jestertainment's back. I don't know if... I think that's new as well. Jestertainment is back. So everything is Jestertainment. Twitch.tv/Jestertainment. YouTube.com/Jestertainment. That's right. I've got Jestertainment, not at Jestertainment. I got both. But you can go to just Jestertainment. I'm that old. You can also go to twitter.com/Jestertainment X, Instagram.com/Jestertainment Gram, and TikTok.com/Jestertainment TT. That's right. I couldn't get Jestertainment there, so I had to add the social media thing. Anyway, we're hoping to bring this back at least bi-weekly, maybe weekly, depending on how things go. But Jamming Tower is hopefully back in your ear holes for the longest time.
For the longest time.
Whoa. Thanks for listening or watching. As always, guys, you should have watched this because it's where you miss out on Tic-Tac-Toe if you don't. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.